Hey guys, I have another book review for you, and this book review is going to be Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson. So I finished this book last night and I was really debating on what I was going to give it. At first I thought I was going to give it a 3 out of 5, and then I reconsidered and I weighed the pros and the cons that I liked and disliked about the book, and I actually decided to give it a 4 out of 5 instead. So I'm going to tell you the things that I liked about the book first, and then I will tell you the things that I did not like so much. The first thing I really loved about the book is the story. The plot was awesome, and I thought that it was so creative and so much fun, and it totally took you away to a different place, which was really exciting. And that's the beauty of books, is they're able to take you to different places without going anywhere. So that was definitely appreciated, especially this time where I've been really busy and I've just wanted to be able to be swept away into a different world, and this definitely did that for me. The next thing I loved about this book is the quirkiness of it. I loved that you could tell she for sure added both parts, both the Disney version and the normal version of the story, the original, and I thought that that was really cool. And she also, of course, had her own spin on it. I haven't read the original yet, but I love TikTok. He was one of my favorite characters. He was so sure of himself, and he was so kind and loving and giving, and what happened into the end was just crazy, and so I'm not gonna say anything, but I was really taken aback by it. But I loved TikTok as a character, and I also love the other characters. I loved the Lost Boys. They cracked me up. They were such boys, and you can just see their innocence and sweetness and tenderness with them, and you just wanted to like clean them and take them home with you. The next thing I really loved about this book was Tiger Lily as a character. I really enjoyed her, and she was very easy to read and to hear about. I really enjoyed hearing about her adventure and her just fierce curiosity, and she was very loyal and true and strong. She very much reminded me of Katniss from the Hunger Games, which is really enjoyable, and I just thought that she was a great character, and I really enjoyed reading her. Like I said, she was very easy to read, very just simple-minded, and she didn't really throw anybody for a surprise, which is really good. The last thing I really enjoyed about this book was the ending. I thought that it was very perfect in how it was written, and it wasn't, yes, they soared off into love and all that kind of thing. It was very different but enjoyable, and it was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And it was very beautifully written, and I really enjoyed it, and that's what really bumped it from the 3 to 4 star rating for me. Okay, so the things that I didn't so much like about the novel, the first thing was it was very wordy and descriptive. I really understand that with a place like Neverland, you kind of have to be descriptive, and I totally get that, but I felt like there was just 5 or 6 pages of just blocks and blocks of text, and it was kind of overwhelming, especially if you just had time to read for a couple minutes. I'm more of a dialogue person. I like things that, like, more interactions between the characters, and it was very descriptive, and it was just hard to just sit down for a couple minutes and read. I found it to be easier towards the end when it was getting a little bit better, but I found it to be kind of hard, especially if you're in a time crunch. The next thing I didn't really love about this book was the beginning was really slow for me. I know that they had to set everything up, but I was like, oh my gosh, is this ever gonna be over? And it could have been attributed to the fact that I read Every Day by David Levithan and then started this book, and I feel like any book would have paled in comparison to that book, so I think I might have been a little bit too harsh at first, but I just found it really hard to get into. But towards the middle and end, it got better, and I was able to stay awake for longer. That sounds so bad, but yeah, I just felt that it was kind of descriptive and wordy for me, and I wasn't too excited about that, and it just seemed kind of boring at first. And the last thing I didn't really like about this book was the fact that it was narrated by Tinkerbell. I just felt like it wasn't placed very well, and I get that it kind of was whimsy and, you know, nostalgic and all that kind of thing, but I just felt like it would have been better told in a third person point of view or in Tiger Lily's point of view, because it is about Tiger Lily. But I think I just liked Tiger Lily as a character, so I wanted to get more inside her head, and I just didn't feel like Tinkerbell was a very good idea for that, but that's just my opinion, and I'm sure other people feel differently, but I just didn't think that it was a good idea. So guys, that was my review of Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson. 4 out of 5, really good book. There was many good aspects about the book, and I really enjoyed reading it, and I suggest that you guys do it as well. And the next book I'm going to be reading is Wherever You Go by Heather Davis, and I'm very excited to start that. And I hope you guys are having a great Saturday, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.